I'm so blessed to be here, and I'm so blessed for my time here. And looking back, like I've made so many memories. I've made so many friends, like lifelong friends. And the relationships I've built, like I'm just so thankful and grateful that I decided to come here. You know, it changed my life.
So what's it been like from day one to now? Have you stopped to ever consider that you came in COVID, you're SEC Freshman of the Year? I mean, that feels like a life. I don't know about you, but it feels like a lifetime ago.
It definitely does,
to
yeah.
me. I still can't believe we even went through that kind of pandemic.
I know. And some people like to try and cancel out the COVID year and stuff, but we did so well that year. Like Jason got Coach of the Year as well. So the COVID year was definitely just a regular year for all of us too. But thinking back of the success we've had this season, we've gotten questions like that before, like about our journey. And it's just so awesome to look back and just see how far we've come, like with our attendance and the people that used to come to our games my freshman year. Like the numbers have just increased so much, and I'm just so proud of, where we've come and what we're doing. It's just awesome.
How would you describe the growth of the volleyball program at Arkansas over your 4 years here?
Yeah, well, I think volleyball as just a sport in Arkansas is growing. The club game and everything, I think it's growing in Arkansas, so I think that helps us. But our success is definitely what driving the growth of our attendance, and it's really fun. It's really fun to go out there and know that we're gonna have some fans that are gonna help us. It's really awesome. Like I remember last night, they were kind of doing the wave, and Barn Hill, I don't think I've ever seen the fans do the wave, and it was awesome. I kind of just caught myself staring at the crowd.
What do you think has happened with volleyball that has increased the participation at a younger level, and maybe you guys have had a little bit to do with that?
Yeah, I think definitely a little bit to do. I think volleyball as a sport, it's the number one sport for young girls. So I think people are just trying it.
But it hasn't always been.
No, it hasn't.
Like it's the fastest growing.
It is the fastest growing. And I think it's awesome to watch. It's quick, it's fast, it's enjoyable. Like there's always something going on. So I think that has something to do with it. But yeah, I just think it's just so easy to watch. So I think that makes parents want the kids to go do it, So, yeah.
Well, you were a little bit of a pioneer, like you were ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
Or trendsetter, whatever. I mean, it was just not as popular when you were a kid. So you played a lot of sports?
Yeah, I did like basketball, softball, soccer. I tried all those. But yeah, I started playing volleyball when I was 8, and it was really fun. I fell in love with it.
Were you tall as a kid, or did you hit a growth spurt and kind of?
I was definitely taller, but I definitely hit a growth spurt. But they didn't put me into the libero position when I was 8. They told me to hit and stuff. So
yeah.
And I kind of fizzled out when I kept growing or getting older.
How tall are you now?
I'm 5'10".
So your game now is all about kills and.
Yeah, which I'm still short for my position. When I was getting recruited and everything, like a lot of coaches were like, "Oh, we're a little worried about your height, blah blah blah." But Jason didn't care.
Yeah, lucky for Arkansas.
Yeah.
Jason's had a few of those.
Yeah, I like to say Jason has a type when he recruits like outside hitters. We're all short, not stocky, but short,
long,
and, gritty,
and can jump.
Yeah. So I mean, Jill and the people he's recruited after us, like he has a type for sure.
It's exciting to watch. So, what was your second best sport growing up?
Probably soccer.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
really?
I played soccer for the longest.
So was it hard for you to quit playing other sports? And how did that happen?
No, I think after I found volleyball, I was kind of just finishing out the season for soccer, because my parents would never let me quit.
Yeah.
I wasn't allowed. And I think I was kind of getting it was just exhausting having to change from soccer practice to go to volleyball practice. And yeah, I just kind of wanted to stick with one. And I did after that last soccer season.
So your mom played college basketball. at Eastern Kentucky. Your
Yeah.
dad played college football.
Yeah.
At Eastern Kentucky. So you had athletic parents. What
Yeah.
was life like for you growing up as it related to sports?
They just definitely pushed us to try like a bunch of sports just to see if we liked them, see if like one stuck. And we have a very big competitive nature in our family. Like my older brother played baseball, Austin P and FGCU. And then my little brother, he's going to go play baseball at NC State.
Is there just three of you?
Yeah, there's
and
three
you're
of
in the
us.
middle?
Yeah, and I'm in the middle. But yeah, I love it. We're all very competitive. We're playing cornhole on Thanksgiving. We play kickball in the yard. It's really fun. And with my parents being college athletes too, they just knew kind of the journey to get there, and they like allowed us to do that. Like they made sure we were playing club. They made sure we were getting recruited, So I'm really thankful for them, and they allowed me to be on this journey here in Arkansas.
From a kid's perspective, maybe there'll be a parent, with the uptick in volleyball who's listening to this.
Yeah.
Like, what would you tell them from a kid's perspective that your parents did for you that might help a parent today?
I definitely would recommend playing club volleyball. I know middle school or your school volleyball is, it's great. I mean, it'll develop you too, but club volleyball is where you get recruited, is where you travel to tournaments, and the coaches, college coaches, they'll be there to watch. And once you get to like age 13 and stuff, that's when kind of things start rolling. Well, at least for me, I think the rules have changed now, but when I was 13, I got like my first letter for like camps and like calls and stuff. So it happened really young for me, but yeah, I definitely just would recommend club volleyball, getting that exposure, maybe doing private lessons. I think just if the girl loves the game, she won't mind.
Personalities are different, for kids, and I guess we all probably need to be treated, in different ways for different types. But from just kind of a support standpoint, not just putting you in club and all that, but like, how did your parents handle you when you got in the car after a match or after practice, or just your demeanor? The sort of mental part of all of that.
Well, I mean, if I had a great game, my parents are my biggest cheerleaders, so they'll be so proud of me. But if I didn't, they'll tell me. They weren't afraid of, like.
There was not a lot of coddling?
No, there wasn't. They were like, so, like, how did you think you played? And I'm like, she's like, yeah. Or my parents, like, they were never like, they would never tear me down or anything, but they never let me go blind to the fact, like, I didn't do as well as I thought I could have, or something like that.
Was there pressure? Did you ever feel pressure? Like, was it, because some kids get burnt out.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking for that. You seem like you had a great time.
I want to keep going. I want to keep playing.
You were in a good, competitive, healthy environment, and I think people can learn from that.
Yeah.
So I'm just interested to sort of do you have that perspective on how did that happen for you?
Yeah, I'm not sure how that happened. I think my parents have a big part of that. But I love volleyball. Like, I come here, I think Jason has a big impact on that. How he does practices, and how we don't do like a lot of like standing around drills. We do a lot of playing. We're just playing nonstop.
Always moving.
Yeah, we're always moving. We're always competing. And I think that has allowed me to just be excited to come into practice every day. I'm excited to compete. I'm excited to just do everything that Arkansas volleyball needs me to do. And I think Jason has had a big impact of, not allowing the burnout to kind of happen. Because I know a lot of people that I played club volleyball with, they've quit, they've, gotten burnout, they don't like the coaching staff. So I've been extremely lucky, like, coming here and just Jason allowing us to just play and have fun and enjoy it.
Taylor head at the net with the block for Arkansas. The 8th for the Razorbacks.
It sounds like it's just always enjoyable. You never have any adversity, but I know that's not true.
Yeah.
What's been hard for you on this journey? Of coming in freshman of the year, 2020. You set some expectations, so then you got to keep performing. Tell us about just what your journey's been like.
My journey, I think, It's been a lot of fun. I think the people that we've got come in, they've impacted my journey as well. And I think our success, we've been building, you know. We started from like when Jill and Maggie were first here, they're a year older, but I think we've just been building and we've been growing, and I think everyone around us on the court, and myself included, I think we're growing as well. So I would hope that I've just been building, you know, on top of each year and just trying to figure out, you know, along the way, because ultimately we're just playing volleyball out there and we're just trying to have fun and win. You know, we want to win. So I wouldn't say I haven't had any major injuries, so thank God. But I think, it's just like the mental part of it. Just keep going, just keep grinding it out, doing what you're loving. So, yeah. Yeah,
it's a labor of love sometimes. Mm-hmm. What's the hardest part? What's been the hardest part? Is it going to class early? Is it, you know, just stringing all the days together? What's been the challenge? Now looking at it as a senior, kind of looking back, maybe what you would tell a freshman, like, this is what you're in for.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to like tell my freshman self something, I'd say it's a grind, and like it's very rewarding. You know, you just got to keep at it. It's definitely going. It's not. I wouldn't say break you down. It might for other people, but it's not going to break me down. And I'm going to keep going, keep growing, and it's a process. And just go on the ride. You know, just let the wave take you. You know, It'll be fun. It'll be enjoyable. You're gonna love it. So. Well,
you've certainly kept climbing. Mm-hmm. I mean, you were all SEC preseason selection. You're leading the team with 316 kills. Second in digs. You lead the team in double-doubles with 14. A lot of people know what a double-double is in basketball. What's a double-double in volleyball?
A double-double is you get double-digit either kills, digs. I mean, it could be assists, but it's just you get two of them. So I usually get digs and kills, so that's usually where my double-doubles come from. Yeah. But like if I was a setter, like Hannah, she gets double-digit assists and like probably digs. So hers is like assists and digs, but yeah.
You're contributing in a big way. I'll sum it up like that. And it's interesting to talk to your teammates because it just seems like the culture is one that everybody is on the same page. Mm-hmm. And do you feel like you guys have been part of sort of building something here?
Absolutely.
I mean, from a success standpoint, it's not like you came to Arkansas volleyball and it was this perennial top 10 program. Mm-hmm. But now it's starting to feel like
it's been crazy. I think that first weekend or first rankings that came out, we were ranked 25. Since we've been here, we haven't started a season off ranked, and we just kept going lower, and we got up to 8, and that was the highest ranking this program has had. And it's been amazing. I think all of us, we all get together and we're like, oh, we're ranked 8, we're ranked 9, like we get really excited. Like some people, they're used to like them being ranked. Like we get so much joy and everything when that comes out because we're not used to it, and we like to say we have this chip on our shoulder, and even though we're ranked 8, we still have that chip, and it's been really fun. This year has been amazing, and it feels like all of our hard work these last like 2, 3, 4 years that like we've put into this program is finally like we're getting the traction, we're getting the audience, we deserved it.
Hog to head, picks the spot perfectly.
How'd you end up here, by the way?
So my family, we're big SEC fans.
Where did you grow up?
Winter Garden, Florida.
Okay.
Yeah. And
which is near Orlando.
Yes.
It's part of the Orlando
outside
area.
Orlando. And my family growing up, we're big SEC fans. My dad loves SEC football. And so I've always kind of wanted to go into the SEC. I love the big school, vibe. And so when I was getting recruited, I was like really high on Alabama and stuff like that. And then I came to an Arkansas volleyball camp, and my dad, he drove me. So 17 hours. It was a 17-hour drive. And yeah, I think I was 15 at the time, and I had my permit, and he was like trying to get me to, he was like, "You want to drive?" And I was like, "No."
Yeah.
And he was like, "I need you to drive."
I need to drive a little bit.
Yeah, I never did. But yeah, that's how I kind of got up here. And Jason just told me straight up, I don't care that you're small. I think you can get the job done. You know, I love the way you play. I love your heart. So I want to offer you a scholarship, and I took it. Or I told him I'd wait. But then I think I waited like a week, and I called him, and I was like, yeah, I'm a commit.
Well, you know, being an SEC fan is one thing. Living in Florida and then coming to Arkansas could be another thing. I think, you know, people have a misconception about Arkansas until they get here, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
But what was that transition like for you?
Well, actually, my mom, she was busy when we first came up, but she was like, "You're not going to Arkansas. Like, that's too far. Like, oh my gosh." And me and my dad came back home, and we were like, "We loved it. Like, you wouldn't believe the campus." Like, and she was like, "What?" Like, she couldn't believe it. And like, I couldn't believe it myself. And when I try and tell people, like, I go to the University of Arkansas, they're like, "Oh, like, how's Arkansas?" I'm like, "You guys don't know. You just have to go to experience it." But yeah, I mean, this place is awesome. And being from Florida, Florida never really recruited me. They definitely go for different styles of outsides. They go for like the 6'4" big girls, and I'm just not clearly that, but yeah.
What would you say about living here now the last 4 years? The things that you've enjoyed about the campus, just to build on that?
I think I always want to touch on how there's no professional sports in Arkansas. So if you are from Arkansas and you're living in Arkansas, you're Arkansas fans. You know, you're cheering on the Razorbacks. So I really enjoy that. I like all the seasons. Well, it is pretty chilly out, but I enjoy all the seasons in the snow for a period of time. I think the extended snow is a little too much, but.
Well, just to add, I feel like we don't get too much.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the same way. It's like, oh, that was nice.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the other
it's like
weather,
2 or 3 days.
The weather we enjoy. We're like on that edge of the South.
Yeah.
You know? And it's not too bad. But the other nice thing with your parents living in, do they ever take advantage of that, like Allegiant flight or
they
Breeze
do.
now?
Yeah, they're always on Allegiant.
We've gotten fortunate with that.
They unfortunately Breeze doesn't fly out of Central Florida, but yeah, I just took them to the airport yesterday. So
looking back, you decided to come here. You were about 15, 16 years old when you made that decision. How would you rate the decision now?
10 out of 10. You know, I'm so blessed to be here, and I'm so blessed for my time here. And I mean, looking back, like I've made so many memories. I've made so many friends, like lifelong friends. And the relationships I've built, like, I'm just so thankful and grateful that I decided to come here. You know, it changed my life.
So year one, we mentioned you won SEC Freshman of the Year, and you got 20 wins as a sophomore, 21 last season, trip to the NCAA tournament. You're a top 10 team competing for the conference championship.
That was fun.
Where would you say this program is today?
I think we've made such big strides, and I'm so proud of this program and where we've come. And I do think that, I mean, we are a top 10 program, and if you told me that when I was a freshman, I'd be like, really? Like, what? But yeah, we're a top 10 program, and we deserve to be, and we're gonna stay. Yeah.
Pretty obvious probably, but what's your aspirations as we do this podcast now? We're approaching the end of the regular season.
We want to go deep in the tournament. We want to host. We're in a good spot to host for the first 2 rounds. And it's just crazy. And me and Jill, we were talking about it at the beginning of the season, kind of like stuff we wanted to do. And I mean, now that we're here and we're doing it, like it's surreal.
Yeah, that's amazing. So in a match, what's the best or most difficult time in a match? Like the most exciting, like you're either up, give us an insider's perspective on when you're watching volleyball. It's like, oh, they're in a tough spot, or oh, they're in a great spot. When
the score gets like 20-20, 18-18, like through that time and the rest of the set, that's kind of when it gets exciting and when it gets like really hype. And we're cheering really loud. And especially in a tight game. I think, honestly, any time in the match, it's exciting. I mean, you're on the edge of your seat. Every point matters. Every point, counts. So, but I definitely think towards the ends of the set, I think we're all kind of like, whew, excited just to finish it.
Tell us a little bit about you outside of volleyball, off the court. What do you enjoy?
I enjoy hanging out with my family. I like being outside. I like doing games. I'm a big gamer, or not gamer, but I like, playing cornhole. I like playing tennis and like pickleball. Pickleball's new.
I thought you were taking me to like Call of Duty or something.
Oh, sorry,
for a second ago.
No. But yeah, I like doing all those types of stuff.
I like
to
stay
stay busy.
This.
Yeah, no.
You like playing games, like board games?
Like board games, like card games.
Play ping pong?
Oh yeah, we
Pool?
actually just got a ping pong table in. Oh, I'm not very good at pool, but
ping pong.
Ping pong's fun. Yeah, I had a ping pong table growing up. We got out on Black Friday.
You always like to compete.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, I did it growing up with my brothers. I mean, I was the only girl, so I had to, show up.
Uno?
Yeah, Uno. Yeah.
Checkers?
Yeah, checkers.
Connect Four?
All of them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's good.
Yeah.
You watch movies? You like
any
shows you like?
I like movies. I like shows. I like a lot of the crime stuff. I like
podcasts?
Yeah. And I like kind of like the stories of kind of like the serial killers and like kind of like what they did.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of eat that up.
You like murder. I know. I think every female I know in my life.
It's weird.
Likes murder.
Yeah, it's really weird.
I want to hear a murder podcast. This is not a murder podcast.
No, it's not.
This is the Hog Pod. You can become a fan of that now.
Yeah.
The Hog Pod.
Absolutely.
Featuring Taylor Head. So that's what you can listen to moving forward for your fun. And just share it with all your family.
Yeah.
So when your time here at Arkansas is over, you've already talked about, what a great experience it's been.
Yeah.
How do you hope people remember Taylor Head? If they were a volleyball fan or just, there are going to be people that know you. How do you hope they remember you? Your time.
I mean, I hope they remember. I hope they think I have fun out there. I think give a good example of, little girls and like what kind of like how the volleyball game brings them joy and like the emotion and stuff. Like I usually am out there with this big smile on my face. So I hope little girls and people know that like you should be out there having fun, like you don't need to be worrying and stressing about anything. When you're out there playing volleyball with your teammates, like it should be fun. And I hope people remember me as like I did that.
Florida building some momentum right here. Martin, Jackson saved it. Hogue picked it off the net. Head found the spot. Taylor Head.
What do you want to do when you're done playing volleyball?
Well, I definitely, so there's new leagues opening up in the United States for professional volleyball. And so I want to do that. Hopefully I can.
You want to keep playing?
Yeah, I want to keep going.
Yeah.
They're opening up two leagues the next 2 years, and the money's good, and that's what I'm trying to do. So hopefully I can do that.
What about whenever your career's over?
Yeah, whenever I'm done.
What have you thought about that much? Do you know?
I'm not sure about.
I'm not trying to rush you.
No, you're good.
I was just kind of curious what's next.
You're good. No, I mean, I'm not totally sure. I'm not sure what job or anything I'll get, but I know I'll land on my feet. Like, I know I'll be okay. But, yeah, I mean, ways down the line, I would love to have a family, hopefully bring them to Arkansas,